Hello, my name is Michael Martin, and in this presentation, I'll be going over some research methods um, that I learned while I was a doctoral student at Walden University. Um, I'll be referencing a journal article that talks about thematic analysis. I'll put a link in the description below so you can see where the journal article is located if you're interested for further study. I use this research method in my business research on employee retention. It's a qualitative method. The title of this YouTube presentation is How to Properly Use Thematic Analysis in Qualitative Research. Today, I want to talk to you about a research journal article titled Using Thematic Analysis in Qualitative Research. The article is not an empirical study, it is a methods paper. Its purpose is to explain how to properly conduct thematic analysis using Braun and Clark's six-phase framework, and how to do it with rigor, reflexivity, and transparency. Why this article matters. Thematic analysis, or TA, is one of the most widely used qualitative methods across health, research, education, and social sciences. But the article argues there are problems. Researchers often treat thematic analysis as just coding, say themes emerge without acknowledging interpretation, report their process inconsistently, and ignore reflexivity. The authors emphasize something very important. Themes do not magically emerge, they are constructed through an interpretive, reflexive process. That is the big idea of the paper. The core framework, the six phases. The article walks through Braun and Clark's six phases of thematic analysis. Let's break them down at a high level. Phase 1, familiarization. This is immersion. You read and reread transcripts. If you conducted interviews, transcription itself becomes part of the analysis. You begin noting initial ideas. You reflect on your own assumptions. The article stresses that reflexivity begins here, not later. Phase 2, generating initial codes. Now you move systematically through the data. You label meaningful segments. Codes can be descriptive, what was said, or interpretive, what it means beneath the surface. This phase is iterative. You refine, you merge, you revisit, and you document your decisions. Phase 3, searching for themes. Here's where coding becomes conceptual. You cluster related codes. You begin asking, what patterns are forming? What broader meaning connects these codes? The article emphasizes a theme is not just a topic. A theme captures something meaningful about the data in relation to the research question. Phase 4, reviewing themes. Now you pressure test your themes. Are they internally coherent? Are they clearly distinct from one another? Are they actually supported by multiple data excerpts? Um, you may merge themes, split them, or discard them. This is where rigor really shows up. Phase 5, defining and naming themes. Now you refine. You define the essence of each theme, you ensure it answers the research question, and you give it a concise, meaningful name. The authors caution against vague labels, and they emphasize that naming is both analytical and interpretive. Phase 6, writing the report. This is not just reporting results, it is constructing a coherent narrative. You integrate the themes, supporting quotes, interpretive commentary, reflexive transparency. The article emphasizes do not present themes as if they simply emerge. Be transparent about your analytical role. How thematic analysis differs from other methods. The article also compares thematic analysis to grounded theory, uh, interpretive phenomenological analysis, content analysis. The key distinction, thematic analysis is theoretically flexible. It can be realist, constructivist, inductive, deductive, but the flexibility requires methodological discipline. The 16-item checklist. One practical contribution of this article is a 16-item checklist aligned to the 6 phases. The checklist asks questions like, have you thoroughly immersed yourself in the data? Have you systematically coded all relevant segments? Are your themes supported by multiple excerpts? Have you clearly defined each theme? Have you supported themes with direct quotes? This functions as a methodological audit tool. It enhances rigor, it enhances transparency, it enhances credibility. The big takeaway from reading the article on thematic analysis for qualitative research is that thematic analysis is not just coding, it's not mechanical, it is not purely descriptive, it is an interpretive, reflexive, and iterative process. And rigor comes from transparency, documentation, reflexivity, systematic engagement with the 6 phases. When done properly, thematic analysis captures the richness and complexity of qualitative data. When done superficially, it becomes shallow coding. This article provides methodological clarity. And for anyone conducting qualitative research, especially doctoral students, that clarity is invaluable. Thank you for watching my video. Again, I'll drop a link reference to the journal article below if you're interested in studying more. Thank you. Bye.